All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nikki Black. This is Venice Beach Central. I believe it's about our 5th episode. And like I've mentioned in the past, the people that I'm starting with on this show are all my comrades, brothers and sisters from the Talking Stick. And I'm so honored today to have one of my very favorites who is just a phenomenal artist. And I'm so honored to have her here on the show tonight. Let's give it up for Carol McArthur.
Hi, Nikki.
How you
Thanks
doing?
for having me.
How you doing? I'm almost tongue-tied having you on here today. I'm serious. Really, because every time an artist, you know, of your stature comes on this show, it really does help us further what we're trying to do, you know, and gives me a chance to, you know, both of us to reminisce about the Talking Stick and all that, right? And how much we miss it and all that, right?
Those were the days. You know, they really was, because it was such a community. I just saw recently this documentary about Jean-Michel Basquiat, and it was mostly talking about his teenage years and the people he hung out with at that time, and the New York scene at that time, Cafe Momo and Club 57, and they had, I mean, I'm sure it was much more hip and lots of drugs and all that, but still, the idea of the community, the artists and the musicians and all that coming together, poets, writers, and it was that. Talking Stick was that. Homeless people, everybody was there. We were all a community, and it was beautiful, and I miss it. I miss it a lot.
Yeah, and that's what we're, you know, this show is a little bit about just reminiscing about that. We never had really closure to more and right, so, you know, 5 years have gone by.
Gosh.
And
it's incredible.
Yeah. And it just happened serendipitously.
Yeah.
It wasn't like planned.
Yeah.
You know, Rich and Sherry planted a seed and it took sprout, and they created a platform for people like us to come on board. And you know, we all played a part in that growth of it, right?
Absolutely.
And man, I can't tell you how happy I am you're here. Because
I'm glad to be here.
Your music is so deep and has so much depth to it that, you know, it's just, I miss it. I didn't realize how much I miss it till I heard you singing there. And who are your influences?
Oh my gosh, you know, I started listening when I was always a precocious child, and musically when I was 5 or 6. My favorite album was this album called Great Performances, which had Rachmaninoff, Billie Holiday, Cab Calloway, and Spike Jones. So just this, you know, completely eclectic people that just really all inspired me and thrilled me. And Ella Fitzgerald and Nina Simone and Elton John and Peter Gabriel and just...
I hear all that.
Bach.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just love music. I love all kinds of music, and I love deep stuff. I love stuff that moves you and makes you think and makes you feel, most of all.
That's what it's all about for
Really,
me. Really, that's what it's all about. Were you already playing at that time, or this was before you were a musician?
Well, I was playing. I started playing piano by ear when I was about 4. I started playing guitar at 7, just accompanying myself, and started playing, seriously thinking I was going to be a singer-songwriter when I was about 13, 14.
Okay. So when your words, they have so much, you know, I believe you got to write from experience, right? To move people, because we can't write generic songs. That's not going to move anybody. Yeah. But when we write a song where we're brave enough to tell our own story, it makes folks feel like they're not alone.
Absolutely.
And where do you get your inspiration for these words?
Life, you know, just living life. That's it. That's, you know, like, just how I feel. Just like how good it feels.
Right.
That first line. If I only had the words to express it, and I was just talking about life and how I feel about life.
Sometimes, sometimes it's hard to put words into those feelings, right?
Because life is so multi dimensional and so beautiful and so painful and so everything. So yeah, sometimes it is hard to find words.
So you get most of your work from suffering or from happiness, or?
Oh, that's a really good question. When I'm suffering, that's the grist for the mill. But I'm not productive when I'm suffering. I'm much more productive when I'm happy. So I find that I will take the experiences that just knock the wind out of me, and when I'm in a good place, I start writing about it. Usually. Now, sometimes like Jug of Wine came out of complete heartbreak. Even though it was inspired by the story that I told about my ex saying those things about if I were there I would have given you the jug of wine, but still when I wrote it, actually it was because I thought we weren't together anymore. So
yeah, we all have different ways of writing. For me, it's suffering. I can't write when I'm happy, and I've been happy for so long that I couldn't write. But recently, yeah, as Eric was mentioning, I did have a breakup, so I came up with one of my best songs, and Eric helped me do it. Yeah. It's on the website, VeniceBeachCentral.com. It's the theme song right now. But
then I did hear it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I do speak of the good times, though. I'm not a type of person that whines in a song because that's not helping anybody, right?
That's so true. I mean, that's the thing. See, that's when you're feeling so much pain. I kind of feel because certainly when I'm feeling pain, I play.
Yeah.
Because it's therapeutic. But you feel like wah wah wah. You don't want to bring that.
Yeah.
But of course, pain is life, so there's going to be some pain. But trying to bring a positive tip to it, not wax so maudlin. That's what I try to do.
Exactly, because that's what people can relate to when they're going through that. They're looking for inner strength, and if you're exuding that, they're going to go, well, I'm not alone, right? Yeah. And sometimes we say things we don't mean, or we say the opposite, like, it ain't really no big thing. But the way you say it, right, is like, it really is a big thing.
Sure.
So it's not, for me, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Smokey Robinson. If you looked at Ooh Baby Baby just by itself, you go like, what is that?
But then you hear it and you're like, okay, I totally know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? What have you been doing the last 5 years?
Wow. Well, performing, recording. I get some good recording sessions with people, and singing with the Painkillers and singing with Ghost Tiger. Remember Ghost Tiger?
Kind of.
Oh.
They played at the Talking Stick?
Yeah, they did.
Who's in that band?
You don't know them because we just started when it was sort of winding down.
Yeah.
But we performed we had a residency at Hotel Cafe. We
awesome.
At CIA.
Wow.
Yeah, all over. And but the guy, the creative force behind that band, Ben Edlund,
right,
who's a brilliant soul, humble, brilliant soul. He created the Tick. So he created the cartoon when he was 18 and had it produced on TV and all. And then there was a live action version, and then now there's a new version. So he's working on that.
Right.
So the music's taking a little bit of a back seat. But he swears that we have 30 songs written.
That's amazing.
So hopefully it will come back, because it's amazing music. I love it. I love him. I love everyone in the band. So I'm doing that. Painkillers, singing with Stephanie Valadez sometimes, and Steve Moos, and on my own. And
awesome, because I definitely want to get y'all the Painkillers in here. Definitely, I definitely do.
I love that band. So, it's so much fun.
Because Stephanie was one of the best at the Talking Stick as well.
Yeah.
So awesome. So you've been staying busy, I see, and
Indeed, I have.
And I'm almost like...
I was a worship leader for VBF for a while, for a couple of years.
Right, and I've been keeping track of what y'all been doing, really, and I've been from the background, but I've been really happy that you guys have been doing it, but I'm almost tongue-tied saying that's never happened to me before, anybody that knows me, but...
Well, how long has it been since you were playing? When's it played out?
I've just been planning this. I've been, organizing the logo and all that kind of stuff. So this has always been what I've been trying to do all along, is legitimize it, here at New Ocean Studio, where, where we're recording it and we're filming it. And so that's been sort of my vision. But I've been playing here and there on this, just practicing.
When did you stop doing a show at the Unurban?
About 2.5 years ago.
Was that long? Gosh.
Yeah, I just realized it had run its course.
Yeah.
I couldn't promote anymore. That was the end of my promotion days, basically. I didn't want to get people out anymore.
Yeah.
So we're taking it to you now. So that's what we're doing on that level. But your music, I was in the back there, and I got to admit, you really moved me to tears back there. I was up backstage bawling, really,
That's
because
the greatest compliment.
I just never had a chance to cry over the talking stick, and I needed that. Thank you so much for that, for sure. Because, and then when you were asking me earlier, can I do a cover song, and I'm like, whenever you do any song, you make it yours. So that Willie Nelson song was so beautiful, really.
Which one?
Wasn't that Willie Nelson song?
No, which
the last song you did.
Oh, no, I don't know if he ever, did he record
What was
it?
the name of it?
I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Did he record that? I don't know.
Yeah, he did. I think he wrote it.
Did he write that?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't write that. That tune was written by a French person. It's actually a French song, but I think that and I can't remember who, and that's bad, but who recorded it, whose definitive version is Elvis's, I think.
Okay.
That's the one that people think of, I think.
Okay, great. That's awesome. I think Willie did do it, though. I could be wrong, but...
Willie's a great artist. I love his voice.
And you've been working here at New Ocean Studio, too?
Yeah, I've recorded. I actually started recording the first song here, and we haven't finished it yet, and I've done a few things here with Mr. Charles.
For sure. I like working with Mr. Charles. He's a
consummate professional.
Awesome studio here, New Ocean Studio. The song that you did, the request I asked for, right?
How Good It Feels.
How Good It Feels. Because that was the song I would always be at the talk and say, hey, do that song I like. That song I called it, right?
That song I like.
Man, that's an awesome song.
Thank you.
It really is.
Thank you.
You have so much feeling in your songs, and I came in the talking stick with Venice Mosaic, so I was really into poetry, right?
Yeah.
But little by little, I just fell in love with singer-songwriters because I realized that you guys are poets that sing.
Absolutely.
And you definitely are that.
So I just remembered that that song, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, was written by Johnny Mercer and Rube Bloom. So
it's that old, huh?
Yeah.
Man, and Johnny Mercer, consummate lyricist.
Right.
Moon River and songs like
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
I hear he was a real, not nice guy at all, but what a great songwriter he was.
I mean, you catch any of us on the wrong day.
Yeah.
People would say that about us,
That's
right?
true.
I heard that about Miles Davis, and I think it's how people approach him.
Yeah.
How people approach him, right? Like, if someone's in the middle of their artistic moments,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's kind of like...
Well, he was
just leave
known
him
to
alone.
having contempt for people. I mean, he would perform with his back to the audience, like kiss him.
I saw it more like he didn't. People were always looking at him and talking about what he's dressing like, and he just wanted them to be about the music. So see what I mean? These type of artists are misunderstood a lot of times, and
That's true.
So I just don't judge them by that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I go, their art.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you, because it's so, you have to keep the man and the art separate, the woman and the art separate, because there are tons of people that weren't the best people that are just amazing artists. So
Like Wagner,
Wagner and
he was
Hemingway
anti-Semitic.
and Hemingway beat his wife apparently, and just was a drunk and a
obnoxious guy for sure. It didn't age well, but so any of us on any given day can be construed, and I've been accused of it, and you know that, right?
Yeah, and him.
Hey.
We blocked horns once or twice.
Hey, but we worked it out,
Yeah, we did.
Didn't we?
Yeah,
and we had people
absolutely.
that helped that along too, right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I mean, you are a diva of yourself at times, but at least you deserve. But
really
you're great though. You are great, so I don't mind if you're great. If you can bring it, girl, you know what I mean. And
I
you can
truly
bring
don't.
it.
See, that's the thing. You know, I've heard that about me, that I'm a diva, and I truly do not mean to be.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Like I said, catch us. We're true artists, right? Like at the talking stick, but people didn't realize I was there by myself.
Yeah.
And I had all these people there, and I was making the food, the coffee, and still had to police the place. And you know, I asked Rich. You know, I said, "Hey, I regret being such a control freak in a way," and he was like, "You had to be." So if he's telling me I had to be that way, then you know, I was like, okay. But that for the new place, I'm just marinating on all the mistakes I made and all of that, and just trying to find a different way.
You have to keep it reined in, and you have to be in control, but you can do it with love and do it fairly, because there's sometimes people, the principle thing is the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's true.
And the principle is good, but you have to take each situation into account, right?
That's right. So
and who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I missed Rich and Sherry. You know, they kept me in check, and I kept them in check, right? I remember one time at the open mic, two guys were fighting, right?
Oh, God.
And I called...
That was horrible.
I called Sherry, "Get down here," and she came down there, and she worked it out like that, right? So, yeah, so that was a whole when they left.
That was when somebody hit somebody in line, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Ellen, yeah.
These guys, these open mic, you know, stars or whatever. But I think open mic was a great thing, too, though.
It was, sure, yeah.
Gave everybody a chance.
I met Ghost Tiger when you had me doing one open mic night, and they came in and played my show, and that's how I met them.
Awesome.
And could you imagine talent on that level coming to an open mic? But they totally did.
And we had Alex Soshin on this show, and he was talking about that he went to the open mic for 6 months and
didn't say a word. He would just sit there and listen.
He was
Remember
scared.
That?
I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, no, I saw him. I'd see him. He'd be at all the shows, not just the open mic. He'd come to the open mic. He'd come to Tom's show. He'd come. I'd see him there. Who was that kid? You know, sitting there just rapt, looking at the music. He's always there.
Wow, and he was so positive, and look at how he's grown. He's grown a lot. His songs are amazing
I sing with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the No Name Band I perform with those guys.
And they all met you guys all met at the Talking Stick as well. So yeah, just having a platform like that is really important, and that's what we're working so hard to recreate, but do it in a new way where we can film, record folks, and that, you know, this show is about the best and the brightest, but that we're not snobbish or we are inclusive. We'll help you become the best and the brightest, right? So, and that's where the open mics come in.
And that brings me to the newest band I'm singing with, called Mercy Jones. Just started singing with them in the last few weeks. They're really, really, really good. Chris Nash is the lead singer and songwriter, and his lady Jenny Zapp writes a lot of the lyrics with him. And we're just gearing up to start performing out live. We're learning the songs and each other. We just got a drummer last week, so keep your eye out, because I think it's going to be good.
That sounds good. But like, what are we, bohemian or what? Like, we never talk about money or anything like that, right? It's like
It's not about that. I mean, certainly, all of us we all deserve to be compensated well for what we do, because I think we're all good at what we do. But it's about the love of the music. That's what it's about, you know, and inspiring people and moving people. That's what it's about. And if we get some money, you know, that'd be great. But
well, that's what this show is about, is to expose artists like yourself that, yeah, you need to get paid. You're on that level, man. You need to be heard by more people than are hearing you right now. You know what I mean? You really do. So, yeah, it's really an honor that you're here, really, because you're helping us right now by just being here, basically. So when people see us, they're going to go like, wow, there are some great artists on this show. And I have talked about this a few times, that they did a poll with all the star artists that were stars that we admire, and they were like, they all would have done it for free, they said, and had done it for free. But so you get artists that are just in it for the lifestyle and all that, right?
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that doesn't come first.
And you when you see, like, at the open mics, you could see that a mile away when people were just about trying to be cool and get chicks or whatever it was. It's like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I think
that's so
fight,
tiresome.
that fight that time was those two characters like that butting heads, right?
Right.
So yeah, I think that's really important, and I want to thank you again so much for being here.
Thanks
really,
for having
really,
me.
really. No, it's my pleasure. So again, this is Venice Beach Central, everybody. Our 5th episode, I believe, and stay tuned to what we'll be doing in the future. Peace, love, and happiness. My name's Nikki Black. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.